increases that will be coming in just a few short months, unfortunately. Bedford is part of a larger electric grid. That grid is operated by an organization called PJM. That actually name is a little bit of an acronym. So anybody, 3 states that originally formed, does a lot of things. They operate the high voltage transmission system. They have energy markets that they run. Tonight what we're talking about is capacity through auctions. So PJM doesn't own the generation, they don't operate it, but they do go out and say, hey, we've got all this load in our very serving entities. So Bedford ends up paying for that capacity. They pay it through their AMP bill. AMP pays PJM on your chart. We've got the delivery year 2016, 2017, and that was about $3 per kW. This month you're paying less than $1 per kW a month for capacity. And then you see the highest bar in this chart is over $8 per kW a month. That is for the delivery year that begins June 1, 2025. So the bills for that will come due in July. Nearly a 10 times increase in that auction. Anyone was really predicting that prices were going to go up like that. So what we're seeing is a lot more demand as more data centers are coming online and not enough generation to meet that. So we're seeing those two things get closer together. We've seen a lot of coal plants retire over the last few years, and that's part of the reason why we're seeing this shrinking, less available generation, just as we have more demand coming online. So a really significant increase in capacity prices. This is not something that's in Bedford's control. This is not within AMP's control, not within Blue Ridge's control. We would not want to see prices, fluctuate so wildly like that. This really is because of that PJM auction and how the auction process was handled. Unfortunately, Bedford is going to see that bill in just a few short months. It has prepared for a situation like this. And I think if there's only one chart that you walk away remembering, this would be the chart that I'd say, focus now on this one. So let's talk through it. What we see is dollars per megawatt hour and the impact of capacity alone to those rates. And this is the last about 10 years of those capacity charges. The white charges is what your capacity bill would be without any offsetting on the tallest bar on there. It is about $23, $24 per megawatt hour. So just a really significant increase there. The red one is your actual capacity charges, your net capacity charges. And the reason for that is that Bedford has taken strategic steps to prepare for a situation like this. We're offsetting very significant portions of those capacity charges. I do want to give kudos to the town. If you hadn't been thoughtful, strategic, and proactive, it could have been much more. I really give Bedford a lot of kudos for this slide as well. So this looks at the various generation that you have on your own electric distribution system, from solar to hydro to the diesels that really just run when you need that, when you're peak shaving. They don't run very often, but they are very valuable when they do run. Be a significant increase in the capacity charges that Bedford will see. Those charges will begin on June 1, so the first bill will come due in your wholesale bill. The first bill will come due in July. This is an increase beyond our control. It was caused by the PJM auction. It is not something that anyone in the town of Bedford has done, anyone in AMP or Blue Ridge. That would not be our strategy. But that increase is coming, and it is beyond our control. And the electric utility in the town really has been strategic in taking a look and considering situations like this.
Trying to absorb it and trying to figure out what, if anything, we can do. But we do appreciate you bringing this to us and explaining it in more detail. We do have a big challenge ahead of us. We produce about 20% of our capacity. About what you just said, hydro, wind, and hydro, solar, and diesel. So we may have to look at more alternatives on that end. But I don't know at this point, but we've certainly got to do some brainstorming and see just what, if anything, we can do.